Hello and welcome everyone. This is round 2 of the Go2Whoa series. This is the Japan versus Europe series. My name is Nick and I'm going to be taking you through proceedings this evening. So welcome aboard. All right, let's get into it. So we're at Oulton Park. But first off, let's have a quick look at results from the previous round. So last week where we were in Donington. So let's take a quick look. So as you can see there, that was our grid last week. So 17 drivers. It was Psycho Agency who took the win. So Psycho is racing for the Devil's Brew Audi racing team. So he was able to take victory. It was bits of missing, for the Pro-Am. Same team. So it was a Audi's Devil's Brew 1-2, so fantastic result so Devil's Brew Audi Racing, my mistake. And then it was TT, I think on debut in this league as well. He took out P3, so the final position on the podium. So good result for him. Let's move on now to the this team standings, if you like. So we've got just up here, it's bits of missing. So it's the Devil's Brew Audi Racing team. Sitting there nice and pretty on top of the ladder there in P1. So a good result, obviously, with the 1-2 with them last week. Then we've got, in second place, it's the Betty White Motherfucking Racing Team. It's an interesting name. So that's sitting in second. Then it's the Datsun Dealer Team. I like that, DDT. They're in third on 55. Morningstar Mike, his team is the the AMV Door Slammers is the name of their team. So that's those guys. And then Team Little Bear and Stanhouse, they're in the Hector's, Hector's 3 Honda Civic Racing team. So that's those guys there. And then bringing up the rear is Vert Wheeler and Exploded Argon and Meadowman. So he didn't race last week. I'll see. Yeah, he's racing this week. So he will be back. They're in the Acceleration Demolition Lexus racing team. So they're bringing up the rear at the moment. But it's only round 1. We're round 1 in the books, of course. Round 2 tonight. We've got 19. So it's it's embryonic stages of this championship. All right, so let's have a look at it's the Japan versus Europe battle. So at the moment it is Europe on top. So they took away 193 points from the from race 1. Japan took away 143. So it's a little bit of a lead there right now for the European manufacturers, but like I said, it's only round 2. We are going to do something special again tonight. We're going to jump on board with Big Les. So Big Les has volunteered once again. We're going to do this. We're going to make this a bit of a thing for a while. We'll see if anyone else wants to jump in there. But in the meantime, Big Les is going to be taking us around the track, and he's going to give us a look at Oulton Park. So we might just might grab him now. I'll see if he's available. I think that he is. Big Les, are you there?
Good evening, Nick. Good evening, and good evening, viewers.
How are you?
Good, mate. Good.
Yeah, you excited? You're pumped for this one this week?
Yeah, it's going to be a good round, mate. So I just got the fucking idiots in my ear.
Oh, all right. You got the peanut gallery with you tonight as well again. All right.
Yeah, it seems to not be muting them, so I'll just move the mic away.
All right, no worries. While you do that, I'll jump on board with you. So you don't need to go out of the pitch just yet. Just hang tight. I'll bring you up on the screen. There you are. All right. So, give us a rundown of Oulton Park. It's 17 turns. It's 4.3 kilometres. We've still got a bit of time, so we don't need to rush at this stage. We've got 11 minutes to go. Yeah. But give us a bit of a rundown. What are your thoughts? What are your feelings about the circuit? What do you like? What don't you like?
It's a bit of an odd one. A lot of the guys don't like the circuit. I'm kind of with them on that one. It's a very rough surface, very bumpy, and the curbs, depending on your car, you can use them or avoid them like as much as you can. I know the guys in the Audis, if they touch a curb, it's off to the shadow realm for them. They struggle.
Yep.
But I've worked with someone awesome, and we've been able to get the BMW to use the curbs nicely so we can hop over them and pick up some time against the other guys, which is nice.
Now, speaking of someone awesome, you did something awesome for him. You've packed up to a set of pedals, and you sent them off to him this week for him to use after he's having difficulties with his pedals last week. Is that right?
Yeah, yep. He received them today, so that's why if I jumped out of my setup, he's up on top of the charts there. So he's got those new pedals and look like he's gotten comfortable with them, and he should be flying tonight. Good
man. It's that's some real teamwork. You're both in the same team there, so doing it in real life. Good work. So bumpy circuit, not much of a favourite. I know there is there's a big dip just towards turn 3 as you come through there, and the Ruse League raced here a couple of weeks ago as well, and it was one of the things that came back how bumpy the circuit is. Anything that you like? Any parts of the track that you enjoy the most?
Now that I've got the setup right, I do like the run coming out of turn 1 down that dip through turn 2, and then that little kink turn 3 and into the hairpin. It's a good flyer. Nice high speed, so it's good fun to just throw the car in there and just let it stick and slide through. It's
okay.
Brilliant.
All right. Well, do you want to jump out there and take us for a lap?
Will do.
All right. I'll get you back on the screen. All right. We're on board. All set. Ready to go. Ready to go.
All right. So yeah, the pits looks like I've got a teammate stuck in me. There we go. Someone awesome. Out of the way. So as you can see, it is really bumpy if you get offline through here. Big bump there, you kind of got to brake just before it. And out here, so you can use a lot of curb on the exits, not so much on the inside. I'm going to let him through. There you go. Now get out of the way.
You still want to do that during the race?
Look on the screen.
Cool.
And there's someone over there against the wall on the inside, looked like it was an Audi. That can happen coming out of that kink if you go a bit wide on the grass. You're going to end up in that tyre bundle before the hairpin, and that's pretty much race over.
Oh, who's that coming through? The Lexus, wow. All right.
But I'll let this Audi through as well. Try and tuck in behind the Audi just so you can see that these guys in the mid-mount engines can't really take the curves the same weekend.
So it's a distinct advantage then of the front engine BMW then?
It is, yeah, and when I raced here at Ruse the other week, my style is to kind of hit the curves pretty hard.
Yep.
Kind of drive it like a V8 supercar, but it didn't really work for me in the Ruse race. I did have the suspension a bit too stiff.
Oh, that was EXO in front of you making life difficult.
I think that turned into a game doing that now. But here's the final corner. It's a bit deceptive because it has got that hill. And then we're on through the dip. There's a big bump on the inside there, so you can't get too close to the inside of the wall. And what cocked me up last week was there's a big bump on the kind of the outside of the first corner there.
Yeah.
And it upset my car, and that kind of was me race over last week for Ruse. So through here, just a little bit on the throttle, just to kind of blend it through, and then hard on the power.
So we can see the car, we see how bumpy it is on the screen as well as you're coming through there.
Yeah, so it was one night on the weekend I got on here and actually did a bit of research to how to set the car up to be able to cope with the bumps.
Okay.
So I like quite a stiff car. Some guys like it a bit softer.
Yep.
But a stiff car on a track like this just doesn't work because once you hit the bump, the car won't settle back down properly.
Yeah.
This will be another good overtaking opportunity down into the second chicane here.
You can see someone's already taken out the tyre bundle through there as well.
Yeah, pretty much. Even last week on the warm-up lap, I took the tyre bundle out on the warm-up lap just to get rid of it out of the way. The curve back there that I bumped over, if you go over it, it will kind of tram track the car, it gets caught, so you kind of got to avoid that one a little bit. What I might do is I might go for another lap and actually listen to what I'm doing so I can actually put in a proper fast one.
Yeah, give us, I won't say anything. You can just go for it and give us a quick rundown. Give us a lap.
Stuart behind me. Here's a ring in. I think he's filling in to help Bird out, get his number up.
Oh yeah, okay.
And here's a very, very quick driver.
I was going to say he's P1 right now for practice.
Yeah, I raced him in Ruse and he absolutely smashed it.
Okay. In AM1?
Yeah, he was in AM1.
Yeah.
I think he's been bumped up. One thing I did need to mention, when EXO made our little graphics for our teams, he made a bit of a mistake for BMW. It's Betty Motherfucking White, so BMW.
Oh, what did I say?
I think EXO's got it as Betty White Motherfucking.
Betty White Motherfucking Racing. All right, we'll have to get that fixed up then.
Yeah, because someone awesome wanted BMW in the name, and that's the first thing that popped in my head.
Okay. All right. Well, that's our track preview with Big Les. I won't jinx you this week like I did last week. I feel like I put the mocker on you last week, but you fought back.
That was me falling victim to too much practice in a qualifying setup a light car and then went out with a heavy car and dealt with aero wash. I wasn't set for it.
Well, you put it on the front row. You put it on P2 last week, and then you had the difficulties early on. So hopefully you get a little bit of redemption tonight, and you can get a much better result than you did last week.
No worries.
All right. Well, thanks, Big Les. Thank you very much again for volunteering to do this. We'll catch up with you after the race. You're okay to do that as well? We'll,
yeah. Happy to do that. I'll jump on after the race and have a chat.
All right. We'll check in with you after the race.
No worries.
Legend.
Have a good one, mate.
All right. Thanks, Big Les. We'll speak to you after the race.
Cheers.
Thanks, mate. All right. So that was week 2 of the Big Les lap. Getting my E's and A's mixed up there. But that was interesting to see. It was good to see him pointing out the bumpy nature of the circuit, especially as you're coming into turn 3. But all along this circuit, you could see just the small little undulations happening and sort of small elevation changes that I dare say will cause. We'll sort of, it's all going to be how you set the car up to ride those bumps as you're going. So we've got a couple of more minutes before we get back underway. Let me just get my cameras all sorted out. Beautiful. But yes, Stuart, he's currently P1 right now in practice. So he's sitting on a 135.8. So a ring in, doing the job very nicely. We might just go back to the results last week. Where are we? Yeah, here's the results from last week. So we'll go through the rest of them. So TT was the second pro driver across the line in third. So then it was EXO, Stanhouse in P5. We had Morningstar Mike. He had a good result there in P6. 7th was Someone Awesome. So he had the brake issue last week. So as we touched on with Big Les, he's sent him over a new set of brake pedals that Someone Awesome's been able to use tonight. He's having difficulties with his set last week. So it's very nice of Big Les to do that. What else do we have? We've got Incy, who came 8th. He had a good race, Incy. That was good for him. Hammer in P9. So Hammer's got a few fans. So hello to all the Hammer fans there watching. And then Mersey Blue in P10. So you'll hear me refer to drivers in terms of classes and Pro-Am and Pro. Let me just, I've got just a screen that I've done here. So this would just give you an idea of who's a Pro, who's in the Pro-Am. Obviously, it's you got the two classes of drivers. So you can see on the left-hand side, Big Les was a Pro-Am driver last season, but he's moved up into the Pros. You got Exploded Argon. He's not racing tonight, but he is in the chat saying that wish he was there, but he has to work away right now. So, but thanks for tuning in anyway, Mr. Exploded Argon. That's quite good. Incy, it's a pro driver. You got Psycho, Stanhouse, Someone Awesome, and TT. And then obviously on the right-hand side, you've got the Pro-Am drivers led by BV Racing and Bits and Missing, who had a great race last week. And then Exo Hammer, Morning Star, Mersey Blue, Team Little Bear, and Vert Wheeler. So Vert Wheeler, we've got another sponsor this week. So do you believe that? 2 weeks in a row, we've got a sponsor. We're just growing the league, growing the broadcast. We will we'll bring you the sponsor very shortly. It'll be an unveiling, if you like, but it's got something to do with Vert Wheeler. Ethan Payno, this will be interesting. New league for me, and we'll give it my best shot. Fresh Prince. Hey, Fresh Prince, welcome aboard. One of the Ruse drivers as well. So welcome aboard. We'll keep an eye on you tonight. So we've got 17. We're about 90 seconds away from getting this thing underway. I'm just going to quickly go grab my water bottle, and then we'll get this thing started. All right, so yeah, we're a minute away. I like this track, Oulton Park. It's got a lot of history to it. I won't go into too much depth for now. I'll leave that for during the race. But we're about to get this one started. A minute away, and we'll get going.
Green light. Go, go, go.
All right. Cool. Here we go. Do this. So they're going to got drivers out there. All right, so I think Big Les is heading out. Who else? 222. That is Mersey Blue. I'm going to change this camera angle. There we go. That's a bit better. All right, so Mersey Blue is going to lead us. I do like the livery of this the BMW team, the Betty White, the BMW Betty White Mother Fukin team. It's a very nicely turned out car, and obviously Big Les races for them as well. Who else is so? Where was he? Stewart. So Stewart is going to be racing for the Acceleration Demolition Lexus Racing team tonight. So a ring in. Oh, we got, I think that was one of the Hondas and the Aston Martins coming off there. That was just around through turn 10 and 11 around Hislop and Knickerbrook. Get to the history of that corner a little bit later tonight. Who else do we have there? AB Saints is for the Datsun dealership team. Datsun dealer team, DDT. Track is pretty full. It's a short little sharp qualifying session here. It's only 10 minutes. So let's have a look. Mersey Blue's going to lead them away. Yeah, obviously Stewart. Oh, he runs a little bit wide there through turn 1. So that's Old Hall Corner. So track limits are a little bit strict through there as well. But there is that bump as you come through turn 3, which is Cascades. Yeah, but it's only 10-minute session, so everyone gets out there, gets their laps in, and then we go racing for 60 minutes. He's got a Honda there. I'm not too sure who that is in front of him. I think that's Team Little Bear. We saw Team Little Bear's track sweeping sponsorship last week. We're very thankful to have him sponsoring the stream. It was very nice of him. We'll reveal our sponsor very shortly. Just building up the tension. Alright, so Mersey Blue just coming through Hislop and Knickerbrook. That wasn't Hislop, that was Faustons. This is Hislop coming through here, turn 11. Looking very nice. The tyre bundle's still there. It looks like it has been touched already. So we'll see how long that lasts in the race. Big Les said he tried to get that out of the way on the warm-up lap when he raced here last time for Ruse. So it might not even make the start of the race. All right, Mersey Blue is going to set the first marker as he comes just up towards Lodge Corner, underneath the bridge. Tricky turn 16, this one. So you want to try and just let it run wide. And he's going to set... Oh, Team Little Bear set us off early. But Mersey Blue... must have invalidated his lap. All right, that was a big build-up for nothing. Anyway, what about Big Les? So he's starting a hot lap now. Morningstar Mike. He goes P3. Then we have another. We've got AB Saints. He's in P4. Looks like Exo. He's about to hit the line in that Devil Brew Audi. He goes P5, so good time from him. Got BV Racing for DDT. What can he do in that Nissan GTR? He goes up to... he doesn't set a time. Oh, I think I saw Incy for AMV Door Slammers. He goes P2, so nice time there from Incy Hammer. Let's see what he's got in the bag tonight. Not too sure if he was on a controller or pedals this week. Whatever he's on, he's in P2. So we don't have much longer left in this session. Stanhouse in that Honda. He's got the lights on. He is going to set off on another lap. What about Mersey Blue? So we're following him earlier. Might have invalidated his lap on the previous one. So he's yet to set a time with just under 5 minutes left. So we're past the halfway mark. Only 10-minute qualifying session. Mersey Blue making the most of it. He goes up into P6. I think this is Team Little Bear. He's down in P14. See if he can improve. No, he doesn't. AB Saints. He's down there in P12. So I see a couple of new faces. Meadow Monin. I'm just going to call him Meadow for now. AB Saints, he'll stay down there in P12. What about Exo as he comes across the line, followed by his Audi teammate? That's Psycho, who's gone pole. Is P1, Psycho. Incy's in P2. Someone awesome in P3. Stuart P4. And Fresh Prince is having an excellent start to his Go2Whoa career. He's currently P5. Incy, can he snatch pole away from Psycho in the last 4 minutes of this one? No, he can't. Not for now, anyway. We'll wait and see. What about Hammer? He's sitting down there in P13. So Meadow and Stanhouse, both yet to set a time. They're out on the track, as are all cars. Let's see what Hammer can do. He doesn't improve on his time. Stanhouse is about to cross the line in that Honda, so he's trying to lay his first time. He does. It's a good one. P6, so nice work from Stanhouse. What about Mersey Blue coming around the final turn? So we've seen him do that a couple of times already. Got just over 3 minutes left. Here goes P5, so a nice time in that BMW. Psycho still up there in P1. Stuart, can he move up from his P5? Not on this lap. He's going to remain there for at least the next 2 or 3 minutes. Vert Wheeler for that Lexus. He remains there in P10. What about AB Saints for the DDT? Still remains in P13. Meadow, so he's yet to set a time. Let's ride him home. Through the final turn. And he's still yet to set a time. All right, we'll have to wait for him to come around on the next one. As we're approaching 2 minutes, the final 2 minutes. This is Exo in that very nice looking Audi. He remains there in P12. Team Little Bear heading across the line. Can he improve from P15? No, he can't. Not for now anyway. Stanhouse in the other Honda. He's up there in P8. And he moves up to P5. So good work from Stanhouse. Some nice time starting to filter through. But it's still Psycho with a 136.4. Who's leading all comers. This is Big Les. So he qualified last week in P2. The race wasn't that great. We won't talk about that. Let's see if he can go one step better. He's 4/10 behind Psycho. No, he can't. Not on this lap anyway. What about someone awesome? We haven't seen him on the screen as of yet. Those new the new pedals look like they're working a treat. He's qualified in P5 right now. As we're approaching the final 60 seconds of this one. It's got the lights on, the full enduro light setup. And he remains there in P5. What about Fresh Prince on debut in the Go2Whoa series? One of the Ruse drivers, Race on Oz series. I think he's Pro-Am driver from memory. And the P&L, Pagnian Next Level Racing. He's in P8 though, and that's where he remains. What about Incy? He's been in some good form, Incy. He'll be a bit of a dark horse tonight. He remains in P4 as we come into the last 30 seconds of this one. To set the grid, this is round 2 at Oulton Park. Although it doesn't say that on the stream title, I do apologise. This is Stanhouse. Looks like he's just cruising. So this one's wrapping up. We've got 5 seconds left before the clock strikes 000. It's Stewart who's gone to the top of the times with a 136 flat. So he's flying right now. This will be the final time that he can come across the line to set a position. Does he improve on his time? He does. He goes about a tenth faster. So nice time there from Stewart. What about someone awesome? Our reigning defending champion. He's down there in P5. Psycho and Big Les, they're in the pit. So is Mersey Blue. So is quite a few other drivers. So someone awesome. He's got the circuit all to himself. We're just waiting for the countdown clock now. And he's going to start in P4. So on the second row. Nice work from someone awesome. Vert Wheeler. What's Vert Wheeler got for us? Comes around the final turn. He's currently in P10 in that Lexus. And he's going to cut. That's where he will stay as he ducks into the pits. What about Incy? Incy will be the last one that we'll ride with because I want to make sure we get a good camera angle. He's been dropped down into P6. Fresh Prince takes P2 in the dying stages of this one. Incy goes up to P4. So a nice result for him. That is our grid for round 2, season 2 of Go2Whoa. It's Stewart. The ring-in has taken pole position. Fresh Prince on his debut. He's taken P2. And then we got Psycho. So last week's race winner, he comes home in P3. Incy, nice result for him in P4. Big Les, not as good as last week, but you win it. It's the race result that counts. Someone awesome down in P6. So he's got some competition this season. Meadow, he's down there in P7. Stanhouse, a very respectable P8 for him. Mersey Blue, he comes home in P9. Bits of missing. He had a good run last week. He comes home in P10. Then we've got Vert Wheeler in P11. Next off the list, my favourite, Morningstar Mike. He's in P12. Team Little Bear, another good result for him. He is in P13. And we got EXO, 666, down there in P14. He's got AB Sates in that Nissan right behind him. Hammer coming in P16. And then BV Racing, he brings up the rear at P17. So that is our qualifying grid for round 2 of the Go2Whoa series. Let me just fix it up on the stream here while I've got it. Hang on a second. Oulton Park. There we go. All right, that's a bit better. A little bit more professional, not as amateur hour. All right, so that's our grid. That was a good session. I like the 10-minute qualies. They're fun, short, sharp, straight to the point, no messing around. All right, so the time has come. We've got 2 minutes left. Got a little bit of time to fill. We've got a sponsor this week again. So our sponsor is Vert Wheeler's Blazing Saddles, stables, peanut butter included. So thanks to EXO for putting together this graphic, but it's fantastic to have another sponsor on board the broadcast. Last week was the first one. We've got another one this week. So fantastic to have Vert Wheeler nominate his services, his Blazing Saddles stables. Well done to Vert. I think the in-joke there is perhaps got horses or something. I don't know. I'm not too sure. This is more just a joke between the boys. But yeah, I think Vert's got some sort of, I don't know, maybe he's you gotta be pretty rich. Horses aren't cheap. You got to house them, you got to feed them, you got to look after them. I know I definitely couldn't have a horse where I live, as we've got less than 1 minute left to go before we get to the 60 minutes of Oulton Park. So we'll bring up this sponsor later on in the stream as well. But thanks to EXO for putting that together for us. Geez, who let Stu in here? Yes. That's Joe Mahoney, otherwise known as JJ Penguin. Thanks for watching. That's nice of you to jump along. Yeah, exploded. Vert loves his horses. Yep, so I'm not too sure if that was Vert in the picture, as we've got T-minus 30 seconds to go before we get this one underway. But that sponsorship was courtesy of EXO.
20 seconds.
He's quite proud of himself on that one. I thought it was pretty good. I did let him know that I found it quite funny. All right, so we are about to get underway on the warm-up lap. That grid is set, 17 cars. Good to see another relatively almost full grid. Got those two Nissans up the back there. They'll want to try and improve their position. So last week, pole position was Psycho. So he was lights to flag winner last week. Not doing it as easily this week, but definitely still in contention. All right, they set off on the warm-up lap now. I'm going to ride on board. We'll keep the camera on Psycho for now until the race gets underway, and we'll be able to get into it. Okay. All right, so yeah, Fresh Prince on debut. Ah, okay. Can I just last name is pronounced like as in the honey. Stick an extra N in there, and you get. All right, I'll leave that alone. All right, all right, cool. Hey, got a few viewers tonight. That's pretty good. I like it. Bit of action in the chat. Thanks for everyone. Thanks for watching as well. If you like what you see, throw us a like, throw us a subscription. Doesn't cost you anything. Well, you don't have to subscribe if you don't want to. You don't have to like the stream if you don't want to. I just do it for the fun of it. But if you do feel that way inclined, please be my guest. All right. Cool. All right, so they're just making their way through, I think that is turn 7 and 8 through Falstons. So it's a bit of a dour story behind Falstons. It was actually named after one of the men who was involved in ownership of the circuit, John Falston, who actually brought Gravewood circuits in 1986. unfortunately, he died in testing IndyCar at Silverstone the following year. Then John Britton, one of the partners of Motorsport Vision, the current owners, he died following a battle with cancer in 2009. So, bit of a morbid kind of story behind that one. We've also got Hislops as well. That's named after Steve Hislop, the World Superbike champion, who passed away in a helicopter accident not long before he was going to make his comeback race at Oulton Park, which was one of his apparently his favourite track. But yeah, died in a helicopter crash before he could get back to the circuit. So it was named in his teammate, Stuart Easton, his teammate, helped open that up. All right, got a few other little nuggets to drop later in the stream. But in the meantime, let's get... I will tell the story about Knickerbocker. Can't shoot all your bullets at once, JJ. You got to do the... you got to save the gold. All right, we've got a Honda and a Lexus on the front row, and we are about to get racing. We just got to hear Klaus give us the green, green, green. There he goes. Let's go racing. This is round 2. Oulton Park, Go2Whoa. Looks like the Honda got a great start there. This is Psycho still in P3, so looks like Incy's been able to make up a spot. He's going side by side with Psycho. Oh, they make a little bit of contact coming into turn 3 at Cascades. But they come through okay in the end. So good driving from both of those two. Incy making a move already up to P3. But it's the Honda leading us away. Is Stewart from Fresh Prince on debut. Incy and Psycho still going at it. Oh, they make contact. Oh, he almost hit, Incy almost hit that barrier there. That was reminiscent of a couple of weeks ago. Looks like Big Les has been a winner out of that. Incy's dropped a little bit further. Incy's been able to still keep on going though, so it hasn't cost them anything major. And everyone looks like they've made it through. Oh, we've got one at the back though. Mersey Blue. Not too sure what happened to him. Oh, that's a spinner there. That's Exo. That's Exo at that's at Falston's. Yep. So, oh, that was one of the Lexuses as well. Who was that? That might be Vert Wheeler. It is Vert Wheeler, our sponsor. He's not happy with that, so he finds himself at the back of the pack. In the meantime, though, Big Les, he's right on the back of Psycho, last week's race winner. As we've got a sort of a little bit of a gap between him and Bits and Missing, so we've sort of got 2 packs right now. One of them, though, is being led by Fresh Prince. He's managed to take the lead from Stewart. So, good opening stint here to start the race from Fresh Prince. He's leading Stewart. Incy up there in P3. So that little runoff at Shell Oil Corner didn't cost him any major positions. And Psycho didn't lose out too much from that either. Back to AB Saints. He is right behind Stanhouse in the other Honda. Has a little bit of a moment coming out of turn 1. Old Hall Corner. Down through turn 3 through Cascades. Alright, so looks like everyone's managed to get away very nice and cleanly, except Mersey Blue had a bit of a moment there. But this is someone awesome. He's moved himself already up into P4 from P6. So good start from him, from the BMW driver. Incy looking to make a move. He's trying to go around the outside of Stewart. And he does. Nice work, Incy. That's a great move. Oh, no, he's run too deep, though. He's lost a couple of positions. He's got Psycho. They're going to go side by side again. Not for the first time this race. He takes out the pole. He's all over the place. So is Psycho. Big Les Gaming. He's going to try and take advantage of this as well. Going around the outside as they come up through Druid's Corner. Through the right-hander. Oh, so Incy just sort of undid all this good work there. He's going to have to try and make up for it, though. We've got a long, long, long way to go. This is the opening moments of the race, so plenty left in the tank. Just gonna have to reset. Oh, Psycho has a big moment coming out of the final turn. Incy trying to get a run on him. He's intimating that he'd go around the outside. Looks to go up the inside. Can't get it done either way. A bit bumpy through turn 1, so you just got to be careful. We get the car nice and settled through there. We saw someone awesome. He's moved up into P2 now. So we missed that while all this action was happening. Fresh Prince, though, he's blitzing them. They're not going to invite this guy back again. He's all the way up in P1. This is where he is, just coming through Shallow Oil's corner. And someone awesome, he's just chasing him down now. They're just arriving as Incy. He was arriving right behind Psycho. These two have... Oh, no, Psycho's lost it. He's hit the wall. He hit the wall coming out of turn 5 then. So... Yeah, so Incy's been able to take that spot away from him. He's dropped behind Big Les Gaming. So he's down in about P7 right now. So not a great start for him. Good start for this man. The last time we saw him coming through here, he ran too deep. Yeah, there's action aplenty right now. Mersey Blue, he's in the pit, so I'm not too sure if that's a scheduled stop. I wouldn't think so. This man Incy, he's providing a lot of the action. Just down at the back of the pack though, it's Vert Wheeler, our sponsor. He's chasing down Team Little Bear. We see Morningstar Mike in his usual flamboyant style, just sliding it through turn 12 through Knickerbrook. Alright, just settling down now. Mersey Blue, where are you, Mersey? There you are. Lap 3 you pitted, so I'll keep track of that. Only driver to do so far. But it's Fresh Prince. He's 4 seconds ahead of someone awesome, followed by Incy, followed by Stewart, followed by Big Les Gaming. So Big Les started in P5. Incy started in P4, so he's moved up a spot. Someone awesome. He's been the big mover so far. Vert Wheeler wants to make a move on Team Little Bear. He's going to get the run up the inside into turn 1. They go through it side by side. They don't make any contact. Good driving between the two of them there. And Team Little Bear able to hold his position. So nice work there from Team Little Bear. Good racing from both of them. That's what you come to expect from the drivers in this league as well. So nice racing. Nice close hard racing. Clean racing. That's what we want to see. Speaking of, here's Big Les. So he's right on the back of that Lexus now with Stewart. The ring in. He's... They're down in P4, P5. But Fresh Prince, he's just cruising away. He's doing it very, very easy right now. Out in front in that Honda. So the Honda team are going to be very happy with that. I think he's filling in for Exploded Argon, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. Oh, no, he's not. No. I'll double check that later. But anyway, Big Les is going to try and chase him down. He's had a much better start than he did last week. Last week, he was all over the place and, yeah, not a great start for him, but much better this week in round 2 of this season. All right, so we might just step away from him. Team Little Bear and AB Saints, they're still going. Oh, no, Team Little Bear! That was up through past 15. Oh, that's hit the wall hard. That was a big hit. So we did catch that, fortunately, on the stream. That was huge. So he's going to have to limp that back to the pits now. And that is not a healthy looking Honda there. That is, that's a fair while he's going to be spending in the pits. Poor old Team Little Bear. He had a good qualifying up in P13. But, yeah, he's going to be spending a fair amount of time in the pits to try and get that repaired. In the meantime, Stewart. He's on the back of Incy now. AMV door slammers. That's those Aston Martins. You can't miss them. Bright yellow and green. Very outlandish colour scheme. Oh, he gets a big snap of oversteer coming out in Knickerbrook. Managed to gather it up without any dramas though, so he's able to continue on without any issues. Let's see if Big Les can hunt him down now as Team Little Bear. He's still in the pits where I'd expect to see him for a fair while. Let's jump on board with Big Les. So we've already been on board a little bit with him tonight. He did the exploratory lap. So thanks to Big Les for that one. Down through turn 3 at Cascade. So let's see if he's got the car hooked up, because as you go up through the avenue, And then Island Bend. So depending on how well you have the car set up, just a little bit of a lift through there. Couldn't take it flat. Hard on the brakes here. It's just that black, those black boxes. When Incy and Psycho went off, it was very reminiscent of JJ Penguin in the Roost League. He went into the, as Big Les said, the Shadow Realm, like a big helicopter blade. Oh, Stewart runs deep. That was through Faustins. That's been enough for Big Les to get through. Nice work, Big Les. So he's going to take up a position there. Nice job. So Stewart just made the mistake. Oh, Big Les makes a little mistake through there as well. That's through Knickerbrook. But he's able to gather that up. He's got Psycho right behind him. So another fast driver. He's got the lights on, Big Les. Love it. Full enduro lights. It's 1:44 in the afternoon, but he's got them on. You gotta love it. Alright, so nice work there. We'll get back to a few others. So Stewart's going to give chase to him. Psycho's in there as well. So these three will slowly start to bunch up. It's still 2.8 seconds between Fresh Prince and Someone Awesome. So this is going to be a nice little, a nice challenge for Someone Awesome to see if he can catch Fresh Prince to fill in tonight, as is Stewart. Not too sure if Fresh Prince is going to continue on or not. We'll have to wait and see, but he's making a pretty good impression for his first time. Down here in, this is P13, this is Morningstar Mike. The AMV door slammers, he's trying to get past AB Saints in that Datsun dealership team, Nissan. So he gets a nice run as he comes out of Lodge Corner. Up the front straight, so not close enough to have a go. We got Hammer, he's in the pit, so he's making a stop. It's lap 6, Team Little Bear still in the pits. So he's been in there for a fair while. That was a massive hit that we saw on the stream, so expect him to be in there probably a little while longer even. Morningstar Mike, looks like he's, oh yeah, he's still right on the back of AB Saints here. Team Little Bear all done now in there, so he's out and about again. I think AB Saints almost ran a little bit wide there, but that's okay. They come through. This is Faustins again. So race sort of settled down now. We've been going almost 12 minutes. So exciting opening portion of the race. But it's Fresh Prince leading from Someone Awesome. Incy having a spectacular run. Stewart. Big Les Gaming, that's our top 5. We haven't lost anyone, no one's dropped out, no connection issues. We're all good to go. Alright, who else do we have out there? So these are probably the closest 2 cars on the track right now. Let's do a little bit of onboard action with Morningstar Mike actually, as he chases down AB Saints. Oh, AB Saints. I think that was one of the Lexuses that pitted in there as well. So we'll step away from the in-car again. So Psycho, he pitted. So he was one of the front runners. And then we got Vert Wheeler and AB Saints. Where are you, Vert? There you go. And AB Saints. So quite a few early pit stops happening. See if that's the strategy. It's 1.1 seconds now between Someone Awesome. That was his teammate, one of his teammates there. Between Someone Awesome and Fresh Prince. So our reigning champion, he's got the number 1 on the car for a reason. He's giving chase to Fresh Prince, making his debut. Might go, this is probably a little bit better. So we've got debris spread all over the place there as they came through turn 3. Someone's had a bit of an off there we saw earlier. This is where we saw a little bit of action right at the start of the race between Psycho and Incy. No such dramas this time. Someone Awesome, he's made a lot of ground. It was about almost 3 seconds, about 2.4, I think, or 2.8. So that's the difference, right? Ooh, had a little bit of a moment through there. So this is coming into turn 10, the chicane, our turn 11. So the tyre bundle's still there. So this is turn 12. So this is Knickerbrook. So this is the story of that corner, how the name came about. It was through back in the World War times, end of World War II, I believe. It was a gentleman by the name of Blaster Bates. Came to remove some trees out of there. What sort of trees were they? I hear you ask. They were big trees. I can't. Ah, the beech trees. There we go. So, Fresh Prince is pitted. All right, I'll get back to the story later because we need to keep an eye on this. So, Fresh Prince, he pits. What lap are we on? Lap 9. So that was our leader pitting. Alright, we just want to keep an eye on that. That's a pretty quick stop. Short and sharp one. He's got Psycho in the pits as well. So he's making a stop. Where are you, Psycho? That's his second stop. He's getting them both out of the way. He only stopped just a couple of laps ago as well. So he's making his second and final already. Getting it over and done with. Fresh Prince, he's off and running. So let's see if someone awesome responds. In the meantime, this is Stuart. He's right on the back of Incy. And he has a BMW in front of him. I think that's a BMW Mersey Blue. Yep, it's being lapped. So they get out of the way. So heavy on the brakes. Yeah, so back to Knickerbrook. He had 3 trees to get out of there. As we see a little bit of oversteer from Stuart. He was using explosives, and then he blew them up. And on the third one, he saw a couple of people running off, scantily clad. And when he got over there, he saw a pair of knickers floating in the dam nearby. And so the circuit owners were looking to have it try and give that corner a name. And that's how the name Knickerbrook came to be for turn 12. So it has an amusing story to it, but that chicane wasn't always there. It used to just be a flat out right-hander. They didn't have the chicane there. So it used to be quite a much more challenging corner than it is. Very fast corner. Actually had, I think they had a car spear off there into a Marshall's box. So I think back in 07, all the Marshalls had cages built around them as well. So these old circuits, as we see, there's one of the DDs. That's a Honda off there as well. Who's that? Is that you, team, Little Bear? I think it was. Yeah, he's not having a good time tonight. So that was through turn 5, so no good for him. All right, now this is Fresh Prince. He's in the other Honda. He has, so it looks like Meadowman has been able to get past. No, he's been able to get past Meadow. So he's made his stop. Now, someone awesome, he didn't respond. Oh, he did respond. Oh, Meadowman! He spins it around. That was coming through the first chicane there. That was through Faustin's. So it's his first race for this season tonight. And he's just sort of lost control through there. So he'll have to regather it up. Who's he got behind him? I think that's another Honda. That'd be Stanhouse right behind him. But someone awesome, he did respond. So he finds himself in P5 behind Fresh Prince. So Fresh Prince was able to make his strategy work and get out in front of someone awesome. The gap between those two, Fresh Prince just going through last turn now. So there you go. You'll be able to see someone awesome just in the background. You just saw him for a second. Big Les, he pits from P3. So turn 11. So a lot of drivers getting their first stops out of the way. We've almost gone 20 minutes in this one. All right. Stuart, he's right on the back of Incy. So this is for the lead. Obviously, neither of these drivers have pitted, but nonetheless, it's still for P1 of this race. Ooh, Incy ran very... oh, he's lost it as well, Incy. So that was through Foustons. We've seen quite a few cars having issues through there tonight already. And Incy's joined the gang. So he's lost that position to Stewart. Has Fresh Prince is still a little way behind, so he's not going to come under immediate pressure. But he will... I wouldn't even be surprised if he decides to pit now. He hasn't stopped yet. We'll just ride with him till the end of this lap. We'll see if he does. We can see the battle scars he acquired with his little scrape with Psycho earlier on. We'll see what he does. Blue flag's waving. I'm not too sure. He sometimes does that for some reason, whatever reason it is. No, he's going to continue on Incy. Even after they're making that little mistake through Foustons, he's still going to keep going. BV Racing said that he was... Oh, yeah, he's right behind Bits and Missing. The Devil Brew Audi. Okay, so 20 minutes gone in this one. We're already a third of the race distance. Sees more debris, more brake markers and whatnot strewn across off the track. There's rubbish everywhere. So drivers that have pitted twice already. Psycho is one of them. Team Little Bear, he's another. So we'll keep an eye on Psycho. He's last week's race winner. Other drivers who've pitted at least once. Fresh Prince, Summit Awesome. Got Big Les, Meadowman, Hammer, Vert Wheeler, Morningstar Mike, Mersey Blue, and AB Saint. So just the drivers we're waiting on still to pit is Stewart, Incy, Stanhouse, Bits and Missing, and this man on the screen, BV Racing. So the field quite spread out now. I think we've got AB Saints here. Oh, there goes the tyre bundle. So I have been informed it doesn't cause any damage. Oh, that's the BMW of... Who was that? He gave him a little bit of a nudge on the way through. I think that was Someone Awesome. So they're not racing for position. Mersey Blue just gave him a little bit of a... Almost a bit of a clip on the way through. And he's got a few battle scars on the back of that... Nissan. I have to say they've done really well with their livery. As we see Meadow, he comes into the pits now. And so does Mersey Blue. So on lap 13, Mersey Blue. So this will be his second stop. He pitted 10 laps ago. Alright, let's go find some more action on the track. Who else? This is... Oh, Bits and Missing. What's going on, son? He's got some bits and missing from that car right now. Look at that. He's hit something front and rear. Perhaps just cosmetic. I do love the sound of those Audis though. Yeah, it's not looking great there. He's had a fair old whack. Not as big as Team Little Bears. Ooh, someone's gone on the dirt there. Who's that in front of him? That's one of the Nissans. Is that BV Racing? I think it is. That was for position by the looks of it. Pretty sure it was. So BV Racing might have had a little bit of an issue. Not sure there. But they've swapped spots. So P7, P8. This is Stewart out in front. He's 5.7 seconds ahead of Incy. Hammer having a good one. Look at this guy. Down in P9. The Aston Martin's doing all right. So one of the only drivers that races with a controller. Hello to all the Hammer fans that he has out there. As we see Meadow, yep, he's still in the pits. So I think I've got that one marked off, I do. So where did Hammer finish last week? Let's just have a quick look. He finished 10th. He had an alright race. He finished 10th. He started 15th. So not a bad result for Hammer last week. Meadoman still in the pits. I'm not too sure what that's about. So we see the tyres on the side of the road there. Yeah, so it's pretty spread out field right now as we're starting to make our way towards the halfway mark. Yeah, 6 seconds between Incy and Stewart, and then this man here, he's a further 6 seconds behind. Someone awesome though. He's going to chase down Fresh Prince. So we saw him nice and close just as Fresh Prince decided to pit. So it looks like Someone Awesome's been able to just close that gap up again. Got the full lights ablaze. Oh, he runs wide. That was coming through Druid's corner. Let's do a lap with Someone Awesome. We'll see how he does it. We saw how his teammate Big Les did it. We'll turn it up and watch him go. Alright, so that's a lap of the Oulton Park circuit. Let's get off that from Someone Awesome. So some nice lines through there. We saw him last season really just dominate. Hasn't had it the same way as of yet this season. But, just working himself into form. Long championship, 19 races. Meadow still in the pits. Not too sure if that's a retirement or not. We'll have to wait and see. All right. So let's just have a quick scan through here. These are pretty much the two closest. Oh, no. Morningstar Mike. Here we go. He is right behind BV Racing. They're down in P10 and P11. So and there's Psycho as well. He's behind a Honda, so I think he's lapping whoever that is. I'm not too sure. I think that might be... Ooh, it's not Fresh Prince, is it? No. Stanhouse. I think that's Stanhouse. Yeah, blue flags are waving. Get back to Morning... Oh, no! Morningstar Mike! He's had an off! That was at... that was through 11 and 12. Oh, and then so's BV Racing! He runs wide out of there! That opens it up for Morningstar Mike. He's able to waltz through and take that position. So both drivers making mistakes as they came through there. Vert Wheeler, he is coming in. Also, oh, there we go. I think BV Racing having some more issues as well. Yeah, he is. This is Psycho coming through there. Oh, that was a Honda right into the wall. Oh, bang, there he goes. That was Stanhouse. So Stanhouse, that was coming around turn 16, the final turn. He ran head on into there. I think he was able to pull it up almost in time to limit the damage, and he ducked straight into the pits. So Little bit of action there, all kicking off. So Vert Wheeler, where are you, Vert? Just trying to get him. This will be his second stop. So he pitted 10 laps ago. And then Stanhouse, he's coming in for his first one. This is someone awesome. He's right behind Fresh Prince now. Here we go. We saw some cracking racing between him and, I can't remember who it was last week, but an epic battle towards the end of the race. Let's see. Oh, running very, very wide. As he came out of 13, Clay Hill, what they call it. This is Water Tower, and then now through Druids, the right-hander. Oh, nice lines there from Fresh Prince. He's got that Honda hooked up. So he was a 10th, but yeah, I think that mistake cost someone awesome a little bit of time there, and yeah, he's just sort of dropped back a little bit now. All right, I was getting ready for a nice battle. We'll have to wait and see. Exo, he's pitting for the second time, so that'll be his final stop. So he'll be all done. So Morningstar Mike's the first of the drivers that have pitted twice. So I'm just having
We're at the halfway mark. Keep pushing.
as Klaus lets us know, we're halfway. Someone awesome. He's 2.5 seconds. In the meantime, though, Fresh Prince, he's right behind Incy. We saw that yellow Aston Martin flash through the foreground. And there he is. So Incy hasn't pitted yet. Neither is Stewart. That's P1, P2. Stewart's 12 seconds up the road from these guys. Can't even see him in the background there. And then that's someone awesome who were on board earlier. He's trying to hunt both of these cars down now. So halfway mark, just the update. It's Stewart, Incy and Fresh Prince who's on the screen. Someone awesome. He's beamed. Oh no, what happened? No, sorry, that was Hammer. That was Hammer. Sorry, my mistake. They're identical liveries. Someone awesome and Big Les Gaming. So the two BMW boys are having a good one tonight. P4, P5. Bits are missing in P6. Stanhouse, we saw have that big off just a few moments ago in P7. P8 is Hammer, and that's Fresh. That's Incy coming into the pits. There he is. So Incy will pit there on lap 19. Oh, his teammate is coming in as well. That's Hammer. So I think Hammer will be coming in for his second stop. Yes, he is. So he's all done there. All right, now it's back to this man here, someone awesome. He's going to renew hostilities with Fresh Prince. So this is essentially P1, P2. Because our race leader at the moment, Stewart, although he's 10.8 seconds up the road, he's yet to pit. So he needs to make the first of his two mandatory stops. So these two boys who got one more stop each to complete. They're going to have to do it in the second half of this one. Fresh Prince, he pitted on lap 9, so 10 laps ago. And then someone awesome, he pitted... Where are you, someone awesome? Oh, he did pit around similar time. I don't have him marked down. He pitted not long after that, after Fresh Prince. About lap 10. He's nice and close now, looking to make a move. Follows him through Druids. So last time we were on board with him and he was this close, he made a little mistake. He's coming out of through 13 and 14 and he's going to pit. All right. I'm not having a good night of it with the onboard chase downs, but nonetheless, someone awesome. He pits. All right, now it's going to be up to Fresh Prince to make the decision because earlier it was Fresh Prince who pitted. Someone awesome said, I'm going to play my game now. And let's see if Fresh Prince will respond like someone awesome did earlier. Stewart still one of only two drivers remaining. Most drivers have got both stops out of the way. So Stewart and Bits and Missing are the only two drivers that he gets stopped. There's a car stationary out on track. No, sorry, that's the car in the pits, my mistake. All right, what is this man here going to do? On debut tonight for Go2Whoa. Is he able to get himself a podium, even possibly a win? He's definitely in contention. Incy's come out in P5, so good result for him. He's putting his name up, throwing his hat in the ring. He's looked pretty good in that Honda all race so far. Fresh Prince, as we jump on board. Let's give us this one. There we go. All right, is he going to respond and pit this time? No, he doesn't. So he's going to continue around. Don't really do the onboards in the Hondas that often. Nice little button layout. I like the little sort of... Oh no, he's lost it! He's lost it coming into turn 3! We're on board with him as well. Oh, that's got to ruin his race. That's a big mistake. I think he just lost it on his own. He had a car in front of him, but that wouldn't have had any effect on him. Where's Someone Awesome? He's just coming through turn 1 now, and this is... Oh, how much damage does he have? Not much. He's got a pit now. This is just played into the hands of our reigning champion. It's Big Les. He makes his second stop. Oh, he's got he's got pretty heavy damage on the side of the car by the looks of it. I think he does. Give us a look. Oh, no. Maybe on the other side. All right, what's he going to do? Where is Someone Awesome? Someone Awesome is... There he is. He's coming out of turn 5. He's got Incy... No, sorry. He's got... I think that was one of the BMWs. I'm not too sure if that's... I don't think that's Big Les, is it? It's Someone Awesome. Yeah, it's Someone Awesome. And he's got... Sorry, I'm getting all mistaken here. Mixed up. That's not Incy. That's the other one. Anyway, Fresh Prince. Is he going to pit? That's what we're getting at. Surely he will. And he does. Oh, no. He keeps going. All right. So maybe a little bit of Fox in there. Maybe he's listening to the stream. He's just messing with me. I don't know. So this is Someone Awesome. He's gotten past that Aston Martin. But that wasn't Incy. That was either Hammer or one of the other ones. I can't remember. But so that's the gap between those two. Big Les, in the meantime, he's made both of his stops. He's got the Lexus in front of him, but he's not racing for position with that Lexus. That belongs to... No, that is Stewart by the looks of it. Timing screen's not working out for me right now. Not too sure how that's working because he's right up there. So this is Fresh Prince here. That's Big Les Gaming right behind him, but he's saying that it's P1 and P6. So maybe Fresh Prince... Oh, sorry, because Stewart hasn't pitted yet. So that makes sense. So he will have lapped him. He obviously hasn't pitted. So I'm just getting a little bit confused here. It's not hard to do, but that does make sense now. All right, so I was just having a look for where Incy is. He's going to be the car that's going to try and jump. That's the difference. So he's out through turn 10, and Big Les Gaming, he's just coming through turn 3. So is that going to be a big enough gap for Incy to pit, do a little splash and dash, and then get out again in front of Big Les? But in the meantime, Fresh Prince, he is pitting. Might have just taken the extra lap, though, to just get all the settings sorted and not choose not to repair the damage, possibly. As Someone Awesome, he inherits the lead. And Fresh Prince still stationary. So the next one across the line will be Incy. How far can he fall? Oh no, who's that? That's bits of missing. So that's out of turn 5. So facing the wrong way. He is yet to stop as well. So he's in the wars. Fresh Prince, he's off now. All right. So he's got one of the other Hondas coming around. That was Stanhouse. This would be 4 position. That's the gap between the two of them. And that Lexus in the background. That's not 4 position. That might belong to Vert Wheel. I've had that bloody sponsor up the whole time as well. Sorry. My mistake. Not on my game tonight. Alright. Stewart, he pits. So Stewart making his first stop. So this is someone awesome. He's in P2. Let's see how quick he can get past. So around he goes. Stewart, he's still stationary. That's bits of missing. He's coming in to make his first stop. So that means everyone's stopped now. What about Incy? He's going to come through now as well. Stewart's still stationary. Now can Fresh Prince come through as well? So he's just coming around 16. Stewart has managed to get going again. And Fresh Prince is well behind. All right, so that off that he had earlier has cost him dearly. He's got the remaining third of the race, so 20 minutes left for him to try and close up that gap. He'll be chasing down Incy. So he's just coming around through turn 6 now. They're just coming through. He's coming up behind Exo. This is not for position. So you want Exo just to duck out the way as he does. Good work. Nice driving. Professional driving there from Exo in the Audi. Devil Brew Audi Racing. Alright, so it's back to Fresh Prince. He's coming through. This is through Fulston's now. And Incy, he's just coming through Knickerbrook. So that's the gap between those two. So Fresh Prince looking very tidy right now. And then this is Stewart. He's not far up the road from both Incy and Fresh Prince as well. So it's looking like our podium at this stage is going to be someone awesome, Fresh Prince and Big Les Gaming. A cracking result for Big Les after last week's disaster. Still 18 odd minutes left in this one to go. So a little bit of the way to go. Looks like we've lost one as well. I'm not too sure who it is. But I'll, nonetheless, is it Psycho? Might be, yeah. So it looks like we've lost last week's race winner. It's gone from chocolates to boiled lollies. He is, he's out, so he might have had a disconnection of some sort. So we're down essentially to 15 because Meadow Menon has been in the pits for a fair while now. So this is Stewart closing right up on, no, that's not Incy. Sorry, that's one of his teammates though. There's Incy just coming through there now. Oh, getting right out of the way though. Whoever that was might have been Hammer. Hammer or Morningstar Mike, one of those two. Okay, but that's pretty much the state of the race. Drivers that have one more stop left. So we've already talked about Stewart and Incy. The other ones are Stanhouse, BV Racing, and Bits of Missing. They're all required to make one more stop before this one's out. Yeah, the Lexus boys, they didn't do their own livery for whatever reason. Not too sure what the thinking is behind that. They've used the game livery, which I think does look quite nice. I'm a massive fan of the BMWs. I think their livery has been is probably my pick for livery of the season. Two AMV door slammer boys just working themselves out. That was Incy. I'll just confirm who else it was with him. I think it might be Hammer. They're just running in formation, but not in the same positions. BV Racing, he comes into the pits now. So he's making his second stop. No, yeah, first or second. I think it might be his first. Anyway, no, it'd be second, sorry. Second stop. Lap 26. And then there was 4. Got to make one more. Can't change the Lexus livery, unfortunately. Oh, okay. Thank you very much, Exploded Argon, for telling me that. I didn't know that. I wonder why that is. That's interesting. Anyway, nonetheless, I'm a fan of the in-game liveries, personally. That is a slow-moving BMW. That's Mersey Blue. Alright, so that wasn't someone awesome, our race leader, or Big Les. Speaking of our race leader, he's 12.5 seconds ahead of Stewart. He's flying. We've got Incy right behind him, who we've got on the screen, so we can just see Stewart just ahead there. There he is, coming over the hill. So as we talked about in the opening of this one, with the undulations and the bumpy track itself. As Stewart, he pits. All right, he's making his second stop. So he only pitted a few laps ago. Where is Fresh Prince? Fresh Prince is going to get through. Can Big Les get through? He was going quite slow through there. I don't know if he had a moment or not. Let's see. He's got a fair bit of ground to make up. Car looks like it's... might have had a couple of excursions off the track. Ooh, Stewart's going. Big Les, this is going to be pretty close. And he's coming around now. I think we'll see Big Les just shoot through. No, we won't. Sorry, no. So Stewart's been able to do it. I picked up the wrong car, so Stewart's been able to stay ahead of Big Les. So Big Les couldn't quite get it done. I reckon he might have had a bit of a moment on the lap before. Just coming out of turn 12. That's prevented him from doing that. But credits where credit's due. Stewart has maintained that position. So he's in P4. Once Incy completes his stop, though, that'll move him up a spot. So will Fresh Prince. So the two debutants in the league tonight, looking very, very likely for a podium position. So this man here, he's the cork in the bottle. Incy. He's in P2 right now. Comes around the final turn. Is he going to duck into the pits? No, he's not. He's going to keep going. So he'll go around again. So he's going through turn 1. And then this is Fresh Prince coming through the final turn. So there's no way near big enough a gap for Incy. So I dare say he might even drop down as far as P6. We'll just have to wait and see once he completes his stop. So him, Stanhouse and Bits are missing. The only drivers remaining. As we have under 13 minutes left. This is Season 2, Round 2, Oulton Park, Go2Whoa. It's Europe versus Japan, and at the moment, it's a European 1-2. And it's a Japan 3 and 4. So it's pretty evenly spread right now between the continents, if you like. Is Japan a continent? No, Europe's a continent. Japan is a country. I don't know. Geography. It's not my thing. It's what we got Google for. But Fresh Prince, he's been great on debut. Oh, who was that? That was Stanhouse. No, Mersey Blue. So that was through Fulston's again. So it's got caught a few drivers out tonight. Fulston's. It's got like that serrated ripple strip. So I think it's quite bumpy as it goes through there. Alright. Field is quite spread out. Team Little Bear. He's chasing down Exo. These two have some pretty good battles. I said he was only 6/10 behind, but it's a lot further than 6/10. Bits are missing. He's completing his second and final stop. So that means just Stanhouse and Incy to go. Okay, so where else do we have? Field very, very spread out. This is Stanhouse. Bringing his Honda through there. So just keeping an eye again on the gap between Incy and Fresh Prince. So this is Fresh Prince. He's just about to come through turn 5. So that's the sweeping turn of Island Bend. And then the right-hander hairpin, turn 5. And then we've got Incy. Here's Incy just coming out of Falston's. About to come through turn 10 and 11. So the tyre bundle stricken on the side of the road. So that's still the gap. The big gap, though, is between this man here. Oh, he runs quite wide. Coming up towards Lodge Corner. He's had an incident again. We saw this from someone awesome. He was leading the race for the Bathurst Enduro, the memorial race, the Camaro Enduro. He was leading quite comfortably, and he had an off, and it looks like history has repeated itself. He's had a big off. What has happened? I don't know if it's the equipment. He's got maybe Big Les sabotaged the brake pedals, maybe. I'm not too sure. That's a lot of damage. We've still got 10 minutes left to go. Where is Fresh Prince? So he's just coming over the start-finish line. And now, and then, so someone awesome just coming through Island Bend. Wow. So Fresh Prince knows that he's got a wounded someone awesome in front of him. How far can he go? That's big damage. That has to be affecting the handling of the car. How long can he stay out as he comes through Falston's? This has caused a lot of drivers' issues tonight. He didn't take that very comfortably. Let's jump on board with him. See how he's tracking. Oh, look at that steering. Is that... Oh, no, he's lost it. He's lost it. So he's lost it through, that's through turn 12, through Knickerbrook. Here comes one of the Aston Martins. Where's Fresh Prince? Here he comes. Oh, someone awesome. He's going to have to pit. He's not going to be able to make it to the end here. This is Incy. This is for the position. So this is literally for the lead of the race. Incy will still need to pit again. He's probably wondering what the hell is going on. You're about 10 seconds down the road. Someone awesome. But there goes Incy. So he takes the lead. We've got 8.5 minutes left. He still needs to pit again. Fresh Prince won't be too far behind now. So he's just coming through Druid's Corner. But this is big news. This is huge. He's done it again. Someone awesome. Comfortably leading a race. Did it at Bathurst. So the big winner from this, though, could be... Oh, where's Big Les compared to Stewart? Can he get himself up onto the podium? We're going to have to wait and see. But in the meantime, what's Incy going to do? He's got the decision to make now. And where's Fresh Prince? He's making up ground rapidly. He's about to come through Island Bend. Someone awesome just making his way around the other side there. So we saw Fresh Prince just flash by. And someone awesome is going to get overtaken by one of the Aston Martins. I don't know if that's Hammer or if it's Morningstar Mike. Or he's having all sorts of troubles there through Knickerbrook. Oh, no, he's going to have to pit. Oh, he runs wide through there again. Oh, Fresh Prince, he has a big off. Well, not a big off, but he makes a mistake at Knickerbrook as well. We've got 7 minutes remaining in this one. Can Incy do it? Where is he? When's he going to pit? We've got late race drama. Will he pit on this lap? And give himself every chance to make up the deficit? No, he won't. He's going to continue on. Here comes someone awesome again. Where are you, Fresh Prince? Here he goes, getting ever closer. He's going to pick him up probably on this lap, maybe at the end of this lap, definitely the start of the next lap. But we've got some late race drama to spice this one up. 6.5 minutes left. This is round 2. Look at that. And we can see Fresh Prince now just coming into shot now in the background. Looks like someone's going to power on though. He's not going to pit. Stewart's 20 seconds away from Fresh Prince. So the question is, can someone awesome hold on here? Hold on to a podium spot. Here he comes. We're on board with Fresh Prince, and now we can see the wounded BMW of someone awesome. Come through. This is Nick Brook now, so no mistake this time. Looks like someone awesome might have just taken a little bit of the curb. We saw a puff of dust there. Still able to maintain decent pace though, someone awesome. This one has gone off. This is, someone awesome having all sorts of troubles. Every time I've ridden on board with a driver tonight, something's gone wrong, so fingers crossed nothing happens on this time. As we can see, that BMW getting larger and larger in view. So Fresh Prince has probably clicked by now that something's wrong with the car in front. It's going to be relatively easy pickings. How wide can someone awesome make that BMW for the last 4.5 minutes of this race? And where's Incy? Hang on. No, drive, sorry. Incy's still there. He's still out. He is just coming up through into the second chicane, up through Knickerbrook. Got to say, someone awesome still maintain decent pace though. It's not like Fresh Prince has been able to catch him hand over fist. He's made it all right through there this time. Both drivers, no mistakes. Oh, he's run wide. Oh no, so is Fresh Prince. He's going to go around the outside. Oh, he's right on the grass. And he's done it. So he's done a little bit of rallycross to get through, but he's managed to do it. So, someone awesome running wide again. He's pushing his luck with that, especially with the bumpy nature of this circuit. One wrong bump, and he'd be into the wall, and then that will be it. And here comes Incy. So Incy's in the pits. That means Fresh Prince on debut in Go2Whoa. He's taken the lead with just over 3 minutes remaining. Incy still going. He's off now. All right, so that was a short splash and dash. He's going to have 180 seconds, probably about 2 laps roughly, to chase down someone awesome for a podium position here. Where's Stewart? Or did Stewart get through? No, Stewart didn't get through. So Incy's maintained that podium. Big Les, he's 10 seconds off Stewart. So that's all the stops completed now. But it's going to be up to this man. Can he chase down that BMW? Can someone awesome just keep it straight? Keep it going. We've got 2.5 minutes left. And that's big damage. But he's been able to drive on gallantly though. So he didn't pit. We did do the onboard earlier. Just having a look at it now. It's really strong. I think that steering looks like it's relatively bent. I'm not sure. If you were watching the Ruse broadcast last night on the Ruse YouTube channel, Nigel was saying whenever he does the onboard, he always looks at the steering wheel, like Martin Brundle talks about. So having a look at that steering wheel there now, someone awesome in his hands. It's not looking like it's the most comfortable right now. let's go. So, Incy, where are you? Ooh. So, someone running a little bit wide. It's 1:20 left. It's coming down to the wire. Klaus hasn't called last lap yet. Incy just chucking it through. I think he can do it. He's coming through Cascades now. Incy will smell blood in the water. He'll know that there's an issue with someone's BMW. That'll be spurring him on. He's making up ground, hand over fist right now, though. This is a great result for Incy. He's had a good start to the season. Listen to that Aston Martin sing. So there he is. There's the BMW. Someone awesome. We've got T-minus 20 seconds. Are we going to get the call from Klaus? Not yet. Let's have a quick look where Fresh Prince is. Oh, he's going to come around the line. This will be the final lap. So we're going to get the call. There it is. Oh, that's it. That's the race. Oh, I've got the... so he's just finished just in time. So someone awesome's got to bring it home. P2. Incy can take P3. I thought we were going to go one more lap then. That's caught me by surprise. Great drive from someone awesome. Great drive from Incy as well. Takes P3. Well-deserved. Stewart on debut, P4. Big Les Gaming. He's going to bring it home in P5. Well done to him. Good result after last week's debacle. Good recovery. Great work, Big Les Stanhouse in the Honda. So he's a fair way back. He's just coming through. I was positive that we were going to go one more lap, but Fresh Prince, he's just timed that to perfection. Well done to him. Stanhouse, he's just sort of struggling to bring it home now. He's down there in P6 for the Honda team. Oh, wow. All right, I was getting ready for a big last lap. But, yeah, we heard it. We heard the... Yeah, all right, that just caught me out. So he's just timed it to absolute perfection there. Fresh Prince. Congratulations to him. Here comes Stanhouse. So he's coming home in P6. Well done to him. And we got Big Les in the chat. How are you, Big Les? Congratulations.
Cheers, mate. Pretty tired after that one, to be honest.
Yeah, that was a decent race. We're just watching the last of the drivers finish. How'd you go? Talk us through your race. So you started P5 and you finished P5. So how was qualifying?
Good. I was quite good, but I was on for a hot lap and bottled at the end. So yeah, happy with P5 though. Quite happy with that.
Yeah. And the race. So did you have a little moment there late in the race? Or, well, I'm trying to be... I've got to be a bit more specific about that, but...
if I remember it correctly, I think I was... when I went around EXO as a lap car, I just went that little bit deep into the corner and on the dirty side of the track, and it kind of put me off. But
yeah,
that it was all good. Okay.
And how'd you find it? You happy with P5 after last week?
Yeah, pretty happy with that one. Yeah, it was quite good. It wasn't the easiest race. Did get stuck in traffic for a bit longer than I would have liked, but it was quite nice. Wasn't too bad.
Yeah. Well, your teammate, you'll have to watch it back on the stream, but he did it again. So he did he was leading the race quite comfortably, and he's had a big moment somewhere, and he's ended up finishing P2.
I did hear him on the chat.
Oh, okay.
I heard him.
What did he say?
We do try and have all of us in the same party chat.
Oh, yeah.
Just a couple of explicit deleteds. And
did he say
that's kind of Go2Whoa? So
did he say what happened? Because I didn't see it on the stream.
I think he said he got hooked up at that first chicane there, the hairpin. It speared him into the wall.
Ah, right. Okay. Well, yeah, it was looking like a likely victory for him, just like it was in Bathurst, but a couple of weeks ago that you won, funnily enough. So, all right. Well, congratulations. Thanks for doing the lap again for us tonight, and yeah,
No worries.
a much better result for you. Congratulations.
No worries, and next week we're at Snetterton, so
Yes.
I'm pretty keen for that one as well.
Yeah, that'd be a cracker. I'm a big fan of Snetterton, so we're going to continue on with the British DLC pack.
No, yeah, yes.
Cool. All right, thanks, Big Les. We'll see you next week.
Too easy. Have a good night, mate.
Thanks, mate. Bye. All right, so thanks for Big Les for just giving us some of his time pre and post race there. He had a good result, but in the end, it was Fresh Prince on debut. That result, the time caught me out there. Then it was Someone Awesome who came home in P2, and then P3 was Incy. So great work from those boys. Fresh Prince on debut. He's made the best possible impression that you can make. So as Big Les was saying, round 3 is next week. We're going to be in Snetterton. A personal favourite of mine. I grew to really love that track. I got some good little gold nuggets for that one as well, especially Bomb Hole as well. It's one of my favourite corners. But so we're going to be back next Wednesday, same place, same time. I hope you can join us. But until then, stay safe, take care of yourself, and I'll see you then.